Yo, what's good? This is your boy Malik. Just back on the scene. Just made a video on short of the new Cincinnati deadline. Check it out when you get a chance. Um, just wanted to get back on here, see how everybody was doing. Um, but the video I wanted to shoot is called Accountability. How many people in the world are accountable for anything? How many people in the world are accountable for themselves, let alone for other people? And I think that's important when we talk about accountability. Uh, people always want to be quick to put the blame game, but they don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, "Hey, I could have had something to do with this, or I could have did this." You know, and it's sickening because you have to be accountable. If you do the crime, you must do the time. You have to be accountable. If you don't be accountable, excuse me for a minute, guys. Had to lighten this up a little bit. Sorry about that. But you have to be accountable. Everybody has to be accountable daily, man. It's the way of the law of the land. You know, um, and that's something I believe God will want everybody to have is accountability. You have to be accountable for stuff, man. You can't just let stuff slide. You got to answer to the stuff that you got to be accountable for. And there's people out here that are not accountable, and you wonder why, because all the lawlessness, all the desecration, like everything out there that's negative is all based on accountability. Our government, they don't hold nobody accountable. They just kind of just, okay, well, we the government, we'll just push it through. We'll just do whatever we want. No, you can't do that, because when you're dealing with lives, you have to have accountability. So I just want you guys to tell me what you guys think in the comments, man, about accountability. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to be accountable for something? I know I had to been in a situation where I had to been accountable for something. So I just wanted to shoot this video, while we were on that subject about accountability. And, I think if the world was really at its mercies to where everybody was accountable, we would live in a graceful world. But the problem is people think that we got to sing, skip around the fire, singing Kumbaya, holding hands, like that's the world that we live in. I'm like, no, that's not the world that we got to live in. The world we live in has to have some kind of peace and accountability. And if you don't have any kind of accountability, man, it's not going to work. Just like that senator, in Cincinnati, man, he's holding these guys accountable. If y'all don't find some type of solution, man, then y'all not going to get what y'all going to get or what you're going to need. So I think accountability is very, very important.